Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna take a look at the newly released shadow Latias in the Great League, and we have to play, of course, against other people. I asked on Twitter again, so like I don't know the people and I don't know how good their skill rating is. But yeah, I also asked like on YouTube if I should try this thing out in Catch Cup or in the Great League with like other people, and people said Great League. But I also saw one comment that said that they don't really like those kind of videos because I get hard content anyway because people know what I'm running. Like at least like one Pokemon they know what I'm running. And I definitely get this because I also got completely hard-walled most of the time. This time around, a lot of double dark teams all of a sudden with like any other Pokemon that also like Azumarill in the lead or whatever to completely destroy Latias, because it was kind of obvious that I play it. But yeah, this happens. Like also, what I also have to say though is like that most of the meta beat Latias anyway, so like it's not that people most likely, or not all of them at least, trying to hard counter me. Some of them maybe, but like at least most of the meta destroys Latias anyway, so like I cannot really complain too much about it. But here, first game, we have a double dark team, very nice. Yeah, kinda annoying. I mean, I should be able to survive one night slash here. Maybe I have a chance. Ah, never mind. My opponent gets a boost. Cool. But yeah, this thing is currently available in my title or like thumbnail. You already see like why you should get this. Well, it just completely died there and I didn't really have a good run with this. The thing is with Latias, this Pokemon basically, like it's very difficult to get for Great League. There was a time where it was like in Research Breakthrough where you could have got one at like level 15 and this would have worked out for the Great League, but right now it's very difficult to get those Pokemon still, and of course this one was in Shadow, this one is now Shadow, so this Pokemon is very unique for the Great League. You basically only have this kind of chance to get this Pokemon for the Great League, so I would at least take this opportunity to get it for the Great League, even though right now the main problem for this Pokemon are its charge moves, which are both, like in general, like all the charge moves are very high energy. I think the Psychic is the best version, which I think takes 55 energy if I'm not wrong. Maybe 60. I think it's 60 actually, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I think yes, the Psychic is the best version right now for it. It also has like, what's it called? The Outrage as a charge move. But the thing is with Latias, we already have in the move pool right now, like in the code, that it might get a Mist Ball soon. We don't know the sets of the move, but we know that Mist Ball in the main series games is a move that is very low energy, debuffs the opponent's, I think, attack or something. Yeah, I think it's the attack by 50%. So we might get a really cool bait move with this Pokemon that even, I think it's actually attack. I think it's attack. Yeah, it debuffs the attack. That debuffs the opponent's attack as well. So has like a secondary status. So this Pokemon has definitely some play if you like maybe get this there, then in restricted matters, like you have to elite him later on. So I would definitely recommend you to get it just for the case of having it, and maybe having it for like some cool cups coming around, which might be based like on a Psychic type, and then like it's your Psychic Dragon, which might be like a cool version there to destroy some stuff. Yeah, this thing definitely like is not good in Open Great League right now, but has some potential for other cups, and as well with the move change, which we're most likely gonna get at the end of the season, which of course we don't know yet, but it's kind of teasered that we might get the Mega Latias on most likely the new moves for them as well, because they both got added in the move pool recently, and they don't really do this without a reason. So yeah, definitely something I would recommend you to get. It's pretty easy to get. I think it took me 1.5 hours to get all the quests done, but this was mainly the reason because I had next to no rocket leaders in my city today, which is of course always cool. They were like all crowded in one area, like the rest, like they always had to walk to this area. There was like no other stops around it. Like all of them were like rocket leaders. It was like, yeah, it was weird. It took a little bit longer than I wanted to. Of course, there's another topic that we kind of want to talk about. Afterwards, we're gonna talk a little bit more of the gameplay again. We now have the new Slanted in Pokemon Go. Yeah, and there was like a lot of talk about this, and I'm also like not the really happiest person around what happened. First off, like they announced it being only in 12 kilometer X, it was fine. I mean, we already have Vullaby and Scraggy basically locked into this. I mean, yeah, Scraggy is a Go Battle League reward as well, all fine, but Salandit also putting in there, but those two are very, very common in the 12 kilometer hack, so I was totally okay with this. I knew I would get one eventually, like I most likely would need to grind like 2 days or something and I would get one, all fine. Especially because we had a special research as well with the one that I now completed, which gave you 15 super rocket raiders, like those normal rocket raiders, like those where you can get the grunts or the team leaders with. So all fine for me at this point. And then the day moved on and people actually had the event coming in as well. And then they saw the egg pool for the 12 kilometer eggs. Turns out that Salandit is in the worst possible egg pool, the lowest rarity, like I don't know, like the 3 stage there, like it's next to, I guess it's the least possible to get. I think it's around like a 5% chance to get a Salandit out of a 12 kilometer egg, so that's cool. The bad thing about this though is that you need a female Salandit anyway. So getting this is basically, I don't know, like maybe a 1% chance in total, not even, I think it's a lower than 1% chance to get a female Salandit out of a 12 kilometer egg right now. So good job there. And yeah, but still I was like, okay, we still at least had the 15 raiders from the research. Turns out this was a mistake by Niantic, and now they changed it like 2 hours before it reached my region to 1 raider instead of 15, without saying anything on Twitter, without giving any compensation or anything like this. I don't know, yeah. This is like the Salandit topic. I most likely won't be able to showcase it on my channel unless other people hatch it and send me gameplay. If you hatch a Salandit and you use it in the Halloween Cup, then the evolution, and you want to get it showcased on this channel, feel free to hit me up on Twitter, like go into my DMs or whatever and say that you have that, and send like a link of Google Drive where you upload the battles. Must be at least 10 battles, otherwise it's a little bit tricky to showcase. And yeah, like if you have this available, that would be very cool, but otherwise I'm just gonna have to wait until I get one on my own. I'm gonna try, like I have currently I think like 5 or 6 12 kilometer eggs hatching, which I still have to hatch and go out, which I'm gonna do later on because now it's raining outside. But yeah, very cool topic. I don't really like how it all went recently, but what can you do? What can you do? But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's all gonna be okay. It's just very annoying that Niantic never does like anything good for like the people. Like, why do you always have to remove everything that's like good for people immediately? I mean, here it was like after 10 hours, like literally like all Asia had the quest already available. I don't know, like I'm not going to talk about this anymore, but yeah. We see a lot of Shiftry right now, which I mean is a very rare Pokemon, but destroys also my Latias, but it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We can go for a Zapkin here against this Azumarill, which is also okay. We can debuff it and we can go into our Latias, catching this Ice Beam, of course, super effective, but thanks to the debuff we can tank this. The thing with Shiftry is right now a very cool Pokemon, basically walling the Trevenant. I think still like a Shadow Shiftry, I think like a Shadow Ball still does like half or like way more, like 75% or something from a Shadow Shiftry, because it's a very squishy Pokemon. So it's kind of a problem, but it's like very cool against this. It's cool against the Sableye, so it's still cool against the Azumarill. It still has, like, if you have energy, it's good against the Walrein. Otherwise, I think Walrein just out spams you, and like, yeah, you're too squishy anyway for the ice type moves. And yeah, here we can go for one Zapkin against this Registeel. I want to swap, or finally I can swap. There were like so many games where I just couldn't swap onto my Pokemon after in those Registeel matchups. I don't know why, but this should be fine here. We should be able to just go for the Thunder. Never mind, my opponent runs still Flash Cannon, which destroys us here, which usually would never happen because like everybody runs the moveset that I would run here, and then we would have been able to still survive a move with our Latias, but like this we won't. Thank God, game. Like, of course, yeah, my opponent, like, very cool that you still have the old Registeel. Kind of annoying, but such a tricky move there to go for the Flash Cannon. Actually pretty cool though, like nobody expects it anymore. Yeah, actually I think I tried to swap out but didn't work. Do I swap out now? I swap out now onto the charge move, which works out pretty well for me. And this Earthquake doesn't do too much. We see the Azumarill coming in here, and we can go for the return, but still my opponent most likely gonna be able to just farm me all the way down now, which is kind of a problem, but it's okay. We see the Reggie Steel coming in here, and my opponent goes for the Ice Beam. There's not much that we can still do here. It was very difficult to build a team around the Latias, because like you're always going to have some loophole. Here, for example, the Trevenant lead would be a horrible scenario for me. Also, like, yeah, there are some other problems as well with this. It's very difficult to have a good core with Latias right now. I feel like it's just like not something that you can pair up pretty well with others, but you also don't have really anything else which is like a Dragon Psychic typing right now, I think. Like, at least I cannot really think of any Dragon Psychic typing right now. Of course Latios, but like it's the same difficulty to get this. So yeah, it's kind of tricky. We can go at least here for 2 moves against this Warren. I think my opponent actually threw here. I think this was the weird throw. You have most likely Icicle Spear, or why do you go for the Earthquake? This doesn't make sense, but thanks for this. I'm just gonna be able to destroy this wall right now. I think I should be able to just go for the Zap Cannon, destroy him, and we're gonna see what he has in the back. It's a Trevenant, and I have to hope that my opponent somehow just lets like one of those go. Otherwise I have like no chance at all to win this, but my opponent shields the first move, and we can tank one Shadow Ball. I think he goes for this Seed Bomb now next, because I think he thinks that it would be already enough. But in fact it's not. And we're going to be able to survive this. We're going to go for the Zap Cannon. And we can just go into our Latias. Hope that we can farm down time. My opponent gonna swap out here. And I was like, okay, I should be able to just farm down and win CMP against the Trevenant with my Shadow Latias. Because like we are so squishy, there's no way we will not win CMP here. Turns out we lose CMP by 2 attack points. This is like, if I had most likely a higher attack Latias out of the Giovanni encounter, I would have been able to win this CMP tie there, which was kind of sad. But yeah, it's on the base home if we have a perfect Latias and a perfect Trevenant. They're like 2 attack points away from each other, which is not a lot, and it's like very IV dependent. So yeah, like sadly lost because of this, but what can you do? What can you do? We have the G-Fisk here, which we're gonna farm down. Very interesting that my opponent didn't swap out there, but they go into a Trevenant now, so they're double weak to my Sableye in the back, I guess. But I can go for one more foul play, and I think my opponent expects me to not get to the next foul play in time. But we do, and we're gonna be able to win this game now, which is very, very nice. The soul play comes through, and we see the Medicham there as, yeah, Medicham against my Latias. I could have stayed in there and I could have like completely destroyed him with my Sableye again, but this is totally fine. With the Psychic, we're going to be able to destroy this Medicham, and good game there to my opponent. Of course, yeah, I kind of wanted to just showcase the Latias, of course. And we see there another Shiftry. I don't know why, but Shiftrys has been everywhere. Shadow Shiftry again in the lead. I know this is the same dude, like usually I don't really want to battle people twice, but way interesting that we see the Shiftry again. I'm just gonna go for the bait because I expect, like I have to take moves anyway, so I'm just gonna shield the first move and then go for the baits because my opponent gonna shield anyway. One Focus Blast, even like a Flash Cannon would KO the Shiftry easily. We just gonna swap out now against the Shiftry because he's double debuffed into our Sableye, and we should be fine here. And we still take nearly half of our health. He is double debuffed and he still completely wrecks us. And we see the Samurott coming in here. I go for the return because I wouldn't go for get to 2 foul plays. This always does so much damage that we can just farm all the way down. And we see the Shiftry coming in again. And we can go into our Latias, farming him all the way down. And he survives with 1 HP in the Dream, getting only to the Leaf Blade, but I have to shield anyway. It would have done like 70% or something. And we see the Frostless coming in. We can go for the Psychic. Does this KO my opponent? It nearly does, but the Drain Breath is enough to KO him. If shields are down, this thing is very, very nice because like Psychic and Thunder just destroy everything anyway. We see a Politoad coming in here. I was like, okay, if he goes for Earthquake, I can go into my Latias. Otherwise, I have to go into my Sableye. Let's see what he goes for. He goes for the charge move now. It's gonna be the Weather Ball. That's neither of them, so I'm just gonna go into my Sableye. I should be fine. He's debuffed. Like, what can he do here anyway? He goes for 1 Weather Ball. He denies me again. He goes for another Weather Ball. and he denies me again. And he goes for another weather ball. And this is like the thing which is really scary. Like Pokemon that have moves like the Politoed, like where you get to the charge move after 4 quick moves, denying there because you throw so many charge moves is such a huge deal, because like every time you throw a charge move, the opponent gets like, I don't know, 2-3 turns that he just misses out because you deny him, which is kind of not the best thing. We see a Shadow Swampert here, Shadow Swampert against Shadow Latias. We have to shield still because this thing is very squishy, and we got him very low already. And we can go into our, like we can go for the Psychic against this Politoed. And what I was hoping here is I should be able to get to a charge move in time, and I should be able to swap out in time, and I should be able to win CMP against the Swampert, I would guess. So I'm just gonna try to farm all the way down now. I guess my opponent has the, what's it called? Forgot the name. The Blizzard, because he didn't go for an Earthquake a single time. And we can go for, he goes for the Hydreigon, and we can die here, and we can go for the Psychic to finish off this match, also finish off this video. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video, have a great rest of your day, and bye!